Sometimes I get very specific names, and sometimes I don't get any names. Sometimes I get their condition before they passed. Sometimes I'll get initials. So it's really kind of up for grabs with me interpreting what they're giving me plus your input. And if you're open and can confirm. So for example, if I'm hearing a Joey, it could be Joey, Johnny, Janie. And if Rich is jaws in his lap, somebody shout out, well, you remember Uncle Joe? Oh, that Uncle Joe. Okay. People forget their kids' names, their spouses' names, because you're not used to the higher frequencies. You're absolutely not used to going through.
I'm overwhelmed already. I think I'll be that jaw guy.
I just used you as an example, just jokingly. But and how are you connected?
That's my husband.
Yeah, so you help him. He's on his own. This is your dad's dad. He's calling you Richie. He also wants to talk about Richard, which is your dad.
Yes.
He knows that you're concerned about your dad for some unknown reason. And let me describe your grandfather. We're talking hard-working man. We're talking a man that loved his family. He tried to be a good provider. He's doing some of this for me. Something affected, you know, your grandpa up here. But he's putting a lot of light around your father. And he tells me that you get concerned about his welfare. And you have been able to carry the torch for family. This pleases your paternal grandfather. When he says carry the torch, you're the son, and you're not afraid of challenge, and you've helped a lot of people. Who's with the fire company? Who's the fireman?
Mike Horst.
Oh, is that a friend of yours?
Yes.
Okay, he's on Earth or no?
Yes.
He's acknowledging Mike, who is a soul brother of yours. I don't know if you talked to him, but he shows me.
I had breakfast with him today.
Yeah. Okay, he shows me the fire company. He shows me the fire hat. And he says, yeah, I know about Mike. He says, you're soul brothers, you know. There's a confidence with Mike. In other words, you talk to Mike, you confide in Mike, Mike has helped you. Everybody likes Mike. He says in the community, your grandfather, Mike is a hero. But you're also a hero in life. And you slow down, Grandpa. You stress and you worry about money. And he says, don't worry about money. Everything's taken care of. You're under the umbrella of financial wherewithal. And I know it's something, it's not just the holidays, but you stress about this and you don't tell her that you stress, your wife that is, I gotta say who it is. But you have been very blessed, Richard. You have a beautiful family here, you have a beautiful home. One thing your grandfather has observed is you do tend to count your blessings. It's very important for you to hear this. You're not the type to take advantage of situations, you're appreciative. And he says, well, you know, Richie has a soft side. He says he tries to be this big macho guy, but he has a soft side. And he's merely observing you. Now, who may have had a tattoo? Is that your friend Mike?
I have some.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to go to you with the tattoos. Grandpa thinks that's a little unusual because I don't think he's the type, or your dad maybe isn't the type. But that's the excuse me, I'm telling him to slow down. That's the macho part of you. And that is kind of over with now. That was a few years ago you had the tattoos. You know, who had the motorcycle?
I have it now.
Oh, you have a cycle?
Yeah.
Okay, because what he's doing is correlating the tattoos with the motorcycle and laughing. But see, the motorcycle correlates with the tattoos, correlating with being macho. And this goes back in time 12 years ago. I don't know how long you've had these tattoos.
Yeah, it's been
12, 15 years. But you've come a long way because you're much more of your own person now. You're not following the crowd.
Right.
Now there's an F name, living or past. Francis, Franny, Frankie.
Frank.
Who's Frank, darling?
Frank.
Who's Frank?
My late husband.
Frank's here. That's your late husband. I don't know if you wanted to hear from me, he says, but I've made it, you know. I've made it to heaven, whatever you think heaven is. His head's going back and forth like that. He's a little bit feisty. Is there German in that family? Was he German? Because he's with his mother, which would be your mother-in-law, and I get her through. And he says, Mom's keeping me straight, Claudia. Mom's keeping me straight over here. And he says, you know, I loved you, and I loved you in my way. I just didn't understand you, Frank's saying. And I think this would go back in time. You are very creative. You were a very good homemaker. And he's telling me that you were a very good mom. And he tried to be emotionally available. He holds up 3 fingers. How many children do you have?
3.
Yeah. He tried not to show partiality. He tried to be a good dad, but he's not sure if he was totally emotionally available for the 3 kids. Somebody had a a mammogram glitch. A little cyst, a fibroid tumor. It scared them. I don't think it took their life, but the pink ribbon's up there.
Well, our mother had breast cancer.
Oh, did she? Oh, she looks lovely.
Well,
Yes, and she wants to be tall. She's standing up very straight. I'm really like this. She goes, hello, you know I'd make it through. Happy holidays. This was my favorite time of the year. Over and above Christmas, are there any other celebrations this month? Birthdays? Or who?
Marco and Jet.
Because she's showing me the blue topaz, which is the birthstone for this month. So whose birthday is this month?
today is Mark Angelo's, and then
Oh,
on,
really?
on the 29th is Jack's.
My son.
Our son.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm just so happy that they're born in the month of Christmas. Your mother was not overly religious, but she was a lady of faith. And when the breast cancer hit her, she didn't want to tell a lot of people. She didn't want to be a victim. So you need to hear this. Yeah. She feels her too. She loves her, adores her. She watches out for this one. She always was very neat. And she likes Claudia's haircut. Did you know her, Claudia? Did you ever meet?
Yes, I did.
Sure.
Yeah, because she's checking you. She likes your haircut. I don't know if you just got it cut, but she likes it, the layering. And your mother's very detail-oriented, and she's glad that you're in the home here. And she makes a big deal about that Oriental screen. Is that She's making a big deal about it, though. Was that in the house at one time?
It was ma'am.
Yeah, it was a relative.
Sissies, yep.
Her aunts.
Okay.
Her aunts are great.
Well, then, the aunt's coming through, the great aunt with her. Would that be on mother's side of her? Because she has the great aunt, and the great aunt's checking it out. She says, a lot of people don't like Asian, you know. She says, but that looks good there. So she's really, they have been through the home, they like the pictures. And I have Uncle Paul here, and he says, hi, everybody. Now, see, he's pushing in. These are different personalities. Hi, everybody, this is Uncle Paul. Like that, screaming at me. And I'm like, Paul, calm down. He says, I just want everybody to know I'm here. I'm here. And he blows Noelle a kiss. He blows Noelle a kiss. And he says she's a very old soul, and that she actually, soul-wise, chose this to learn patience and also for the family to learn strength. Now, who had been to Europe? Did somebody go overseas?
I was in Germany.
Okay, then I'm going to go back to you. Was this military?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. You lost a friend somehow in the military. You lost a friend.
Jim Wilson.
Okay, hold on. Jimmy's here. Because I'm getting chills like there's no tomorrow. I see a uniform. Hey, buddy, it's Jimmy. He says, I just want you to know you made it and I didn't. He says, but wait, there was a big memorial. There was a flag over the coffin. Flag over the coffin. And he says, it wasn't your time to go. I wish my mom knew it was my time to go. Because we're all on a timeline. So Germany brings in the war situation, brings in your buddy. He's handsome.
Yeah.
And see the buzz cut, too, the army would all tie together, not the beard necessarily. He says, you don't look a day over 30. Joking, laughing, you know, that kind of feeling, that's kind of funny. We never know who we're going to get, but you know, he watches out for you in your vehicle. I don't know if he was blown up in a Jeep or just near a landmine. I don't know how he was killed, but he watches you in your vehicle. And who went hunting? Who goes deer hunting?
That's me.
Because he's also, here we go, protecting you from stray bullets or gunshots. Because I don't know if he was shot, but he says, no, wait a minute.
He shot himself in the leg by accident years ago.
She heard you ask for her, and she blows you a kiss every night before you go to sleep. She goes like that. I love her. And you're very fortunate, Laura, she says, with your beautiful children and your devoted husband. I'm so glad things worked out for you. Oh, I'm getting emotional with her. I don't want to get emotional with her. I didn't get emotional with anybody else. I'm getting a lot of emotion here.
She had a servant's heart, absolutely.
And she's doing things with her hands, not just the piano. I don't know if she sewed or
she embroidered. She made her own pasta. She made
right. But did she sew or embroider anything?
Yeah.
Did she do embroidery though? Or just sewing? Because she's making you things for Christmas. She's sewing Christmas stockings.